What's up, Candice?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. Let me get my filter on. Okay, there it is.
I'm right with you. That's why I got on early because I haven't been on here in a while, and I was like, okay, let me,
Yes.
they be
Let me
updating
get
the
my
filters.
bearings.
Yeah,
I know. They always have new ones.
yeah,
That
that's the
is so
scary
true.
part. I was like,
I know.
where'd my one go? And I'm looking for it. I'm like,
Right. Don't get rid of my favorite filter. That's like your
ex-
worst nightmare. Yes.
yeah, exactly. But how are you? I just want. How's your week
Hi
going so far?
guys. It's going well. What is today?
Tuesday, right? I know. I said
Tuesday.
the same thing.
I always feel like I never know what day it is anymore. I don't know if that's like a pandemic thing or just being cooped up in the house. I don't know. But yeah, I never know what day it is. So yes, it's Tuesday. So far, the week has been great. I have a lot going on this week, so I'm just trying to like stay prepared. And I just actually finished class. I'm getting my master's in business administration at Howard University. And we
Congrats. I give
had
you so much
class
credit.
today. Thank you. So
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about, strategic management and all of this stuff that
So
goes on with that. Mm, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I want to ask you, like, how do you balance it all? Because you
Mm,
do a lot of things. Like you just said, like you don't even know what day it is. Like how,
yeah.
like what is your regimen like on a normal day? Like
You know
because
what?
you
It's
have
so
so
funny.
much.
Hold on. I'm gonna go off script really quick because and
Uh-huh.
I'm walking because I forgot something.
Okay.
And this is going to explain how I balance it all. Hold on. Let me quickly.
I
Give me a
love
moment.
it.
Um, Wine.
Why?
That's how I balance
That's a,
everything.
hey, you have to.
Wine.
Hey,
Cheers. Yes.
cheers.
Okay. Sorry. I went a little off script there,
Hey,
but
you got to get your
okay.
drink.
We're
It's the
back to
evening
doing
now.
what? Yes.
Uh,
No. My sister is living with us.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my phone was doing something crazy.
Oh, you're
No, I
good.
was saying that my sister is living with us temporarily. Um, my family is helping her build a home,
Oh, dope.
and while it's being built, she's living with us. And she's a school teacher. She teaches second grade. And for any of my teachers out there, I bow down to you because you are just the heartbeat of America to teach
yeah.
these children. It's thankless. It doesn't pay what it should.
Mm-hmm.
And you are literally the lifeblood of our society. Without teachers, we would be nowhere. We would have nothing. I am
Yeah.
so enamored and in awe of teachers and anyone who works in education and administration education. I get chills thinking about it. And so she comes home and tells me all these crazy stories. Before she does that, she pours a glass of wine. Okay.
You gotta have the wine. You
So
gotta.
so she'll come and she'll pour her wine and she always asks me, "Do you want some, sister?" And I'm like, well, most of the time it's like, "Hell yeah, pour me a
Yeah.
glass." Yeah, so wine is definitely one of the ways that I kind of get through everything. Having a great support system is also really helpful. My husbander, um, but just my husband is a great support of everything that I have going on. And I try to be organized, but my team, my management, my PR, the Purple Agency, like everyone that is a part of my village is the way that I still have edges.
Then, hey, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You have the
Yep.
team in place. But
Mm-hmm.
I wanna congratulate you. 1 million streams on Drive. Like that is
I know.
amazing. Like
Yes.
I
And
remember when it
2
first
million
was released,
overall. 2
and two
million,
million.
2 million plus on Deep Space, the album overall. Yes.
That's amazing.
It's
Like
crazy.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you because
Thank
when
you.
I feel like you hear people always, especially on reality TVs or something, oh, I'm doing music, but you could sing. Like your
Thank
album
you.
was quality.
Thank
You had dope
you.
songs. You
Thank
had dope
you.
visuals. I don't care what anyone
Thank you.
says. I thought
Thank
your
you.
visuals were A1. I thought
Thank
they all
you.
made sense. Like, and I like that you didn't do like the same type of visual.
Yeah.
I like that about you. You had
Yeah.
every kind
Yeah.
of different. different scenarios, different
Yeah,
more, some were
different
more
genres,
artistic.
different style.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
I like to refer to myself as a Jane of all trades. I love to have my hand in a million different things. And that extends to my creative process and my
hmm
creativity. I love so many different styles of dress, hairstyles, makeup styles, genres of music.
yeah,
There's just so many, I appreciate so many different aspects of aesthetics.
yeah,
So I love that I'm able to use um, really my artistry as a whole, but music um, and the art of the music visual to express all of those things. Like that's like the cool part about being an artist is that it's your paintbrush and your
hmm
canvas, and you get to decide for the most part what it becomes. So I'm really proud that I'm able to kind of express myself through my body of work in a way that shows that I like
yeah.
so many different things.
Exactly. Yeah, and I love one thing I give so many artists credit that because I know EPs are like the new wave, but you did an album. I
I
was like,
know.
thank you, God. I was like, thank you, Candice, because I'm so used
Thank
to,
you.
I'm an
Yeah.
87, I'm an 87 baby. So I'm
Oh,
used
you're
to,
close to me. I'm
yeah,
86. Yep.
so I'm used to
Half the
full
80s
bodies of,
baby.
bodies of work. And
Exactly.
you did interludes. I was like,
Yes.
interludes, yes. Like,
I
yeah,
know. Yes.
yeah, they're not people. I've asked some people that are like in their early 20s, they didn't know what interludes were.
Nope.
I was like, what?
Y'all are
Like,
missing it. You're missing it. Yeah. No, my Deep Space as a whole was a complete ode to and a love letter to 90s R&B, the music that we grew up
yes.
on, the soundtracks to our lives, our love
hmm
lives, our strife, our pain, our joy. That's it. And shout out to the Super Bowl, shout out to Mary and everybody.
yes.
Like that performance at the Super Bowl was like it was like nostalgic for me.
Yep.
Like growing up with with the Mary J's of the world, with the Dr. Dre's of the world, with the Snoop Dogg's of the world, like that was our
Yeah.
music, right? So
hmm
that's what I wanted to pay homage to and play with. And yeah, and I will say at first the goal was to do an EP because it was my first project. I was scared. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I hadn't really assembled my full team yet, so I was kind of just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what was gonna stick.
Stick. Yeah.
And as it all kind of came together, the songs just kept coming, and it just kept flowing, and it became an LP. It's like, wait, there's too much good music here
yeah.
to limit it to just an EP. And yeah, and I'm so happy that it came together the way that it did, and I'm happy that I got to express myself that way.
Yeah. You did amazing. Like, my favorite song on the LP is Hands in the Air. I love Hands in the Air.
Mm,
I think it's just a super dope
yes.
song. Like, it's the one I listen to the most. Like right now, I
Oh,
know they're all your babies because I know they're,
yes.
it's your project. But right now,
Oh
which
gosh.
one is just your favorite that you're like, yo, this is it for this week or this month right now?
Well, not to be funny, but I no matter what I do, I could just, I'll be at home with no bra on and no eyebrows, and I'm causing a scene.
You're kind I love it. I love it.
So that's my song for the week
That's
because that's what's happening. No, so I will sometimes like when like the world is just in a tizzy over something that I did or I said, or just, if I just get on the internet and blink, um, I will go and just listen to the Let Them Talk
okay.
intro, which is the first track on
Yep.
Deep Space, and just laugh because Deep Space came out last September, end of September. And I know it's not old, but it's like, it's just so crazy how Let Them Talk interlude is still, or intro is still so relevant to this very
Yep.
day. Like, people have so much to say. And,
Mm-hmm.
no matter, one of my really good friends, his name is Clifton Ross III, he used to say to me, you could be in your room counting pennies and people would still find something to say, and they would
Yep.
still find a way to talk about you and come at you and what have you. So I just love what Cause a Scene represents. I love what the Let Them Talk intro represents. And it's not even just for me, because I know everybody deals with their own drama and
Yeah.
at work and in their families and in their own lives. And Let Them Talk is for all of you, honey. And Call the Scene is for all of you.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
But I want to, like, you did some amazing performances. I know you did on the West Coast in LA. You did a couple performances,
Yes.
and you did the
Yes.
Kelly Clarkson show, which was,
Yes.
I was so happy when they announced that. I was like,
I
yes,
know.
Candiace is doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
how did that
Um,
feel? Like, what?
well, it's really hard to explain. Like,
Uh-huh.
first, shout out to legendary Damon, whose legendary parties
Yep.
are amazing in LA, and he let me come in and perform at one of his parties when I was in LA, and then Kelly Clarkson just I still don't even believe that happened. Like, sometimes, like, my manager will say, like, yeah, don't forget, like, if we're like creating like some kind of list or a resume or whatever, he's like, oh yeah, don't forget Kelly Clarkson. I was like, Kelly, what? Who?
But
I did what? Like, I can't even believe that we did that. And like,
yeah.
and shout out to my band and my music director, because it came together really fast. We didn't really have a
Hmm.
whole lot of time to put that performance together. And the live version of Drive Back is like,
Yes.
it's just so good. Like, I can't even listen to the studio version the same way anymore, because I'm waiting for the instrumentation and the just the percussion and like
Yep.
the
There's nothing like a
the
live version.
feeling.
There's
Yes.
nothing like a live version of a song. Like, sometimes songs you don't even like are that much
Right.
better because you've seen it
Yes.
live. Like,
Yes. Yes.
that's
Just
hmm
instruments just bring music to life in a way that is like, just, you can't explain. And getting to perform that is just, it's insane to me. And that,
yeah.
that's a part of my very young journey. Like, I'm still figuring out who I am as an artist. I'm still um, finding my way. I'm still learning. Um, so the fact that that's a part of my journey this early is like amazing
Yeah.
and
No.
and surreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's almost been like half a year already that it's
Yeah,
been out. And I'm like, whoa, I feel like it just came out yesterday, but I feel like the older I get, time flies quicker. Where
yeah,
back in the day, it took like 10 years to get through one year, I feel, or one
yep,
summer. Now
yeah,
it's like crazy.
going,
Yeah, go,
yes,
go, 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 go.
yes,
Um,
yes.
but how, like, making the music videos, because I
Mm.
love what you did. Which one did you enjoy the most that you just were like, maybe that you were more
Hmm.
uptight or nervous about?
Um. Oh my gosh. Well, Drive Back is special because it was my first
Mm-hmm.
visual, and I mean, if you all watched the show, you saw there was some drama
No.
surrounding that video. And then there was even more drama that you all didn't get to see, just getting to um, the actual shoot day, and stuff going on with people that were helping with the video. It was a lot of crazy drama. But that was when that was done, I was like, wow, like, we really did that.
Yeah.
Um, so that was special. But probably creatively, I feel like Is It Enough is just so like black ass, as Jill
Yeah.
Scott would say. And um,
The water
just,
scene.
yes,
Yeah.
which I'll give you a little fun fact, because there was chaos. There's always chaos when you're
Okay.
shooting a music video, okay? So we shot Is It Enough over 2 days, and the second day we ran out of time at the studio. We were shooting at a studio. We ran out of time at that studio. They like kicked us out. They're like, "You got to
Uh-huh.
go. We have somebody else coming in. You got to leave." So we were barely finishing that scene, and we still had a whole other scene, the milk bath scene, to
Uh-huh.
shoot. And I'm like freaking out, like, how are we gonna get this done? Like my team is gonna be on overtime, and excuse me, and luckily my videographer team, Mignote and Mantha, they actually shoot with Jasmine Sullivan and on a lot of her visuals. They were so gracious and so cool, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to dinner," and I was like, well, "Do you guys can we shoot it at my house? Like, can we
Uh-huh.
somehow figure out how to shoot this last scene at my house?" We were gonna like fill up this tub of water and put it in my foyer,
Uh-huh.
and Mignote, who's she's the lead of this amazing team, she was like, "No, we don't want to get water in your house. Let's do it in the backyard." So in a blow up pool, like a kiddie pool,
Uh-huh.
they blew it up in my backyard and filled it with water and milk and the flowers. It was like 40, maybe less degrees outside. I
Ooh.
was naked. I had pasties on and flesh toned underwear. And at one point I had on like a bandeau top, but
Hmm.
for what you saw, I was like nothing and
Yeah.
flesh toned undergarments. And I'm in this kiddie pool of water, like shivering and trying to be sexy and sing. It was like, this is crazy. And then I was still in school. I'm still in school now, and I had an assignment due. So in between shots, I would run inside, be wrapped in a towel, sit in front of my fireplace, and be working on my homework,
Waiting
and
for the
then run
next
back
set,
out.
right?
Yeah, waiting for the next shot. So that just, and then all of the different hairstyles and the wardrobe. Karen Sabag, my gown designer, she designs all my gowns for the reunion. She did my wedding gowns. She
Hmm. It
designed
was
that
beautiful.
braided dress that you saw. Thank you. That
Yes.
gorgeous braided dress that you saw. That was her brainchild, her creation. Um, like all of the looks were just so unique. The hair in that scene where all of our hair was braided together,
Uh-huh.
like it was just so creative and cool. So that was probably my favorite if I had to pick a favorite.
Okay. Well, yeah, April 2018, the world got introduced to Candiace. And
Ah!
I was so happy because I think you were just a breath of fresh air for the
Mm,
show. I think you were just what they needed. I
mm,
think it was just a great move on your end, I feel. It was needed, I feel, because in my opinion, I was getting a little bored. Um,
yeah.
but you brought fun. I mean, the drama that comes, it's just life. But
Yeah.
the fun, you were always so fun. You were always,
Yeah.
you stood your ground. You're
Hmm.
very, smart, passionate, beautiful. You
Thank you.
always stood your
Thank
ground.
you.
You're always so put together. You're like,
Oh,
I was always saying,
I
Candace
try.
never has a bad, like,
Oh, God bless
take.
you.
Yeah, I was like, she always, because sometimes on the Housewives,
It's a hit or miss. It can
yeah,
be
it's a
hit or
hit,
miss.
it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
what did that feel like? Still like, it's crazy that that's 4 years ago now.
That
Like,
is insane to think about. Yeah. I think about that all the time that I have four going into 5 seasons on this show. It
yeah.
feels like just yesterday. It still feels like yesterday. And then I look at like I feel like my makeup and my hair has grown by leaps and bounds, but I feel like
Hmm.
all housewives feel that way. You come in, I remember telling Wendy when she first started, I said, you're going to look at yourself on camera and you're going to say, oh my God, get me out of here. And you're going to go and get new wigs, new eyebrows, new everything. And she got new boobs and a new butt too.
I don't
So like
know. Yep.
you always like come back and review everything and say, I want to make changes. So I definitely and I see the growth and the way that I looked from the
Uh-huh.
first season. But I, you know, I watched some of the scenes from my first season, and I'm like, I honestly did not think in my first season that I did enough. I
Oh, I
remember
think you did.
talking
I loved
to,
it.
yeah,
You
well,
were
my
you were bomb.
one of our SVPs, I was talking to her about it years ago, and I was like, yeah, I feel like my first season wasn't good. She was like, what, are you kidding me? Like, your first season was amazing. And I
Yes.
look back and I'm like, wow, I guess, but I just always felt like just, I could have stood up for myself more. But then I'll see scenes where, when we were in Nimical, and then where the infamous "I came from Jesus" came from, and I'm like, okay, you stood your ground there. You did
Mm-hmm.
enough. Yeah,
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 you did. Because if I'm not mistaken, your first scene was walking into the Oz restaurant, right?
yes.
That was the
Actually, yes. She
that was
had
the
a
intro.
Yep,
Like,
she
okay,
did an
that's what I
event,
remember.
Sip with Socialites. Was her
Mm-hmm.
That was her event, and yeah, that was my first moment with the cast, and yeah, it was. People always ask like, were you nervous? Were you scared? And I never get nervous or scared in moments like that. You just have to dive, and
Yeah.
I dove into the show, into the friendships, into my first moments on the show, and I really tried to do that, and live authentically and be present in every moment with all of the girls, um, because it makes it easier to sleep at night when I know
Yeah.
that I've just I went in there, I was authentically myself, for better or for worse,
But
and then I forget it. I do it, and then I'm on to the next challenge or chapter.
yeah, no, you like I love it because you just stood your ground. You always are so like I said, when you got on the show, I was like, yes, like they needed Candiace. I'm so happy you just didn't leave after one season. You were on it, you were doing the
Yeah,
thing. And like you said, you were doing your music, stuff behind the scenes, still going
yeah.
to school. What out of all the seasons you've done, what's one of your favorite moments that really sticks with you that you're like, dang, I'm so happy I have that recorded.
My wedding,
Yeah.
that's my favorite. It's like, I mean, the whole entire experience is just special, because who can say that they lived their life, for six cameras to capture?
Yep.
So like, it's so many special moments, and that, for me, for everybody, like Ashley having her kids on the show,
Mm-hmm.
Robin getting engaged on the show, Giselle watching her daughters grow up on the show, me getting married, and moving into the next phase of my
Yeah.
growing a family on the show. Like, all of these things are unique. Even fighting with my mom on TV,
Yeah.
it's really rare that you get to record yourself arguing, and it creates like this kind of introspection that you don't have when you're having an argument with your spouse or your family member, because there were no cameras there to capture it and
Mm-hmm.
show you the way that you look when you argue. But for me, definitely my wedding, because that's like a once in a lifetime moment. And our wedding was so beautiful and so much fun. Everybody was drunk. Open, shout out to the open bar. Um,
Very
yeah,
necessary.
very necessary. I always say to Chris, like, I want to get married again. Can we do it over again? He's like, no, shut
No,
up.
that's
We're not
awesome.
spending all this money. Yeah.
You do like an anniversary. You gotta do like an
Right.
anniversary reception.
Yeah. No, we actually, we have a tradition every year for our anniversary. We go to a winery somewhere,
Okay.
either in the area, or this year I think we're going to Napa if I get my way.
Okay.
And we buy several bottles of wine, and we choose one bottle and we put the date on it. And we're going to do 10 years of wineries. And then at 10 years, we'll pull all the bottles out and have a party and drink all the wine.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay. I love that.
yeah,
That's what's up. Okay. Y'all
yeah.
got it planned. Okay. I
Got a
like
little
that.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to ask you, like, how was the reunion for you? Because this
Oh my
reunion
God. Oh.
was, it was amazing. From
Mm-hmm.
the laughs to the drama to Nicki Minaj. I mean, you know, everyone was suspecting Nikki. Like, did you really have no, like, did you even, in the back of your mind, like, were you like, maybe she will, like, you know, because you never know. Like, how are you feeling just, and you look beautiful, by the way. I love your dress, your hair, your makeup, you're beyond beautiful.
Thank you.
But how was it for you? Because I know, what was it? It was 4 parts, I remember, right?
4 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's great. I mean, there was clearly enough footage for 4 parts for sure.
but
But for Nikki, no, like we really had no idea. So I will say this, when Nikki first started kind of stirring up the buzz about potentially hosting, at first we were all like, okay, yeah, right, this is a joke. But
yeah.
then it kind of started to take shape and take form, and it was like, wait, is she actually gonna host our reunion? Like, what is this? And we each season, like each of the girls gets to do a stint on Watch What Happens Live. Sometimes we get
Hmm.
two stints. And I remember each of us, each time we would go to Watch What Happens Live, at some point during the broadcast, we would all lean over to Andy and say, so what's the latest with Nikki? Is she coming? What's happening? And he would always say, oh, well, we're working on it. We're going to see what
But
happens. And I think Ashley was the last one to go on Watch What Happens Live before the reunion.
okay.
She came back and told us that it wasn't going to work out, and Nikki was not going to be able to attend.
Okay.
And we were all disappointed because I think because we get a themed color for the reunion, and I said if the color is pink, Nikki is coming.
Yeah. Pink Friday. I
And
mean, come,
right, Pink Friday. So then we got the color, it was pink. And I was like, oh, I guess she's coming. Like, oh my God. So then when Ashley tells us Andy said she's not coming, it was like, oh, well, damn, like that sucks. So we thought honestly that she was not coming.
hmm.
And then at the beginning of the reunion of taping, she did that little like janky video where she's like, hey guys, I'm not gonna be there. I'm like, this is weird. But it's like, why would she do like Nikki? I mean, she's beautiful with nothing, with no makeup, no hair, but like it was just very like haphazardly done. Like, what was she in
Yeah.
a rush? Like, why couldn't she just like send a message through Andy to say she wasn't coming? What is this video? So that was weird, but I was like, oh, wow, she's not coming. And then when you're at the reunion, it's like the Super Bowl. Like, you're focused, you've got,
Yep.
your talking points, you've got your armor on, you're ready to go to war. So it's like, okay, she's not coming. All right, great. What's next? Like, I'm ready
Yeah.
because you got to be ready for what's coming.
Poker face. You got to
Yes,
be.
poker faces on, all of that. So I kind of just moved on from it. Disappointed, but moved on from it. And then we had this really long break that we normally don't have. It was like 30 minutes, and that's unheard of because they're very efficient
Hmm.
with these reunions. So like, oh, we're having a difficulty with the tech stuff. Come back in 30. So we come back and it's like, what? It's been like 11 hours. We're tired. What's going on? So we come sit down, and Andy comes in and he's like, I think I want some tequila. And then out pops this little tiny, cute Nicki Minaj from the back of the set. And I was like, who is that? Like, she's so little.
Yeah. She's like
I
5'1",
didn't
5'2", right?
we're the same height. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, who is that? And everybody's screaming, and I'm like, what? And
What?
of course it was her. And she comes and blows the lid off the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That was. I don't know really how you could get a better reunion
Yeah.
than. I mean, it's gonna be hard
The top.
for any franchise to
Yeah.
top that. I mean, it was never done,
Right.
and it was done so well.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was
because
so random. It's like,
oh, so random. Like,
I don't think anybody thought it was real. Like when Nikki said, yo, I want to host the reunion, I know we were all like, I mean, we all said, yeah, girl, come on. But it
yeah.
was like a ha-ha, come on, girl. It wasn't, we never thought that it could actually come to fruition. So,
Well, yeah, and you've seen so many artists say that before about Real
yes,
Housewives shows, like, oh my God, I've been watching, or
yes,
I would like to do the reunion, and you're like,
yes.
it's just kind of,
Anyway,
yeah, he
right.
said, she said, it's
Yes.
like,
So yeah, for her and her team to like make it work. And it was I mean, I said this every time I've talked about it, but I still am just so
blown away by how well she knows our show. Like
Yeah,
she was a
she knew
true
it.
viewer, a true fan, a true like Potomac girl from season one, which I thought was so cool because her questions, because I even asked our executives out, I was like, who wrote these questions? And one of our APs was like, she did. They had several meetings and phone conversations that were hours long so that she could really get her bearings and know what was going on. And she came with the questions. Those were her questions.
That was what's up because it's what everyone wanted to know. It was, I mean, it was, yeah, it was the bomb. And one thing I was so happy because I was defending you to so many. Well, we had this little group of people about you singing like when they were putting like the, to episode 4.
Yes.
And I said to myself, I go, Candiace is gonna do it. I know Candiace could sing. Candiace is gonna do it. Watch. And and a couple people I knew, oh no, I'm like, watch. I bet you money she does it. And then you did it. And I was like, I told you she was going to do it. Like, what now? I'm like, why are y'all doubting? Like, she could sing. You can't take that away from someone. If someone could sing, you could sing. You can't take, like, you can't make that up.
Voice, yeah.
Yeah, and you can't lip sync on, the couch.
I would not have, I didn't know, I didn't think about how that was going to look. But, like, when I saw that it was edited to look like I was, like, hesitating to sing, I was like, oh, my God. No, my hesitation was because I wanted to sing a particular song.
Mm-hmm.
And in television, you have to abide by certain FCC rules. Yeah. There's a lot of rules in television.
If it's cleared.
Cleared music. Mm-hmm. Like all of my music was fine to show on the show because I own my masters and I say whether or not my music can be licensed to whomever. Mm-hmm. But Michael Jackson's music, we can't play that on our show. We can't play Celine Dion. It has to be clearable music. And the song I wanted to sing was not a cleared song. I was like, I want to sing this. And Giselle was like, you can't sing that because that's not clearable. Like, so then I was like, oh, I want to sing a different song than Drive Back because Drive Back is a great song, but vocalists know that when you are auditioning or showing your voice, you sing a song that showcases your vocal ability, something that gives you, you can come in low, but it gives you like upper register acrobatic moments. You can come back down, you can play with it. Mm-hmm. And Drive Back was not, for me, the song that I would have chosen to showcase my vocal ability to someone who had never heard me sing live.
Yeah.
And for me, gospel music is that. Like I can pull a gospel song out and, you take people to church and they with you and you're showcasing your vocal ability. So that was my hesitation. And finally I said, okay, fine, whatever. I'll sing Drive Back. And
you killed it. And I understood both sides. I understand why they want it, but I understand, like you said, from a singer's point, when you are auditioning or showing the world, you sing a slower song that shows the highs and the lows of your voice. Anyone into music or kind of a fan of music know that. That's kind of how it goes. It's not just, and especially like a more upbeat song, sometimes people don't sing the more slower song. So I completely understood. But like you said, for the editing, they make it so much more dramatic and it's TV. I get it.
Yes.
I understand it fully.
Oh, that works.
But also I want to tell you, how was it? I know your birthday was in December and you had your first annual ugly Christmas sweater birthday party. That looked lit. How was that? How fun was that?
So we throw that party every year. This was the first year in our new home.
Okay.
And usually we do it like it's very low key. It's house party, bring a bottle. We'll have food. We turn the music on, wear your ugly sweater, we're all gonna get drunk and, sing Christmas songs and turn up. But I felt like, okay, we're in our new house. This is like significantly larger than our old house. It's like a grown-up house.
Yeah.
I felt all this pressure to like really like give the people a party. So I hired a planner, which I usually don't do. And we came up with, great themes throughout the house with balloon installations and the 360 photo booths.
Yeah.
We did an ugly sweater fashion show, which was so fun. I would have never thought of that. I had like customized napkins. So it was, we had a great time, amazing time. Shout out to Farrah Fawcett, DJ Farrah Fawcett. If you're from the DMV, she's my girl. She did amazing. I mean, the music is what really like keeps the party, the heartbeat of the party. So she really had a great, just a great backdrop to a fun night. And then I love celebrating my birthday with my friends and my family, and you know, to be able to bring in 35 with my people was everything. It was great.
Yeah, that's a good way, because 35 is like a monumental. That's what I'm trying to think of, because I'm turning 35 this year. And like your birthday reminded me, I was like, I got to do something like good, because it's kind of, you know, it's necessary. I feel like 35 is a, you know,
it's a big year.
Yeah, it's a big year. You know, you're halfway. You're in the
halfway
middle
to
of
40.
It's crazy. Like,
yes, I know.
Whew, I still just think I'm 22, 23. You know,
honey, I'm 30 until the foreseeable future. Okay. I don't care what y'all say. I'm gonna be 30 until I.
Hey, as long as we look young, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
Because I know people way younger than me. They're in their early 20s, and I'm like,
where?
Damn.
Yeah. Yep.
What happened?
What happened to you? Life got to you.
Yeah, it's
Life
bad. Yeah, but I want to ask you too, like you said, in your new house, how has it been with you and Chris just being in the new house? And, you know, the pandemic, I'm sure you even got closer and really got to just experience, because it was a weird time it's still even partially a weird time. I mean, we're almost getting back to normal, but how has it been for you and him?
I have always said, because we're in our third year in this crazy pandemic, but the pandemic definitely helped both of us, both Chris and I, to realize that we are right for each other and we are meant to be together, because the divorce rate went up in the pandemic because you're home with your spouse and you're around your spouse more than maybe ever before. You can't leave. You're stuck in your house. And if you don't like who you live with, that can feel like you're in prison. And for Chris and I, it was just a confirmation that you're really my person. You're really my friend. I really like you, and vice versa. And we thrived. We were great in the pandemic. And, you know, now that we're in our new home, we have more space. So he was able to like have his basement and have his man cave. I've been really busy just decorating, because we started from scratch in our new home. Most of the furniture from the townhouse, I'm giving to my sister.
Okay.
So I had to get new living room furniture, new dining room furniture. We have a breakfast room now. I had to get bars, so everything new. So
I know that was fun. For
so
you.
Much fun. I love decorating.
Because your couch is super dope. The couch, the long couch.
Yes.
I was like, yo, that couch is.
Thank you. I love that couch. I love the living room is my favorite room in the house. It's because I was afraid that because it's a 2-story living room, then it wouldn't feel cozy, but it still feels really cozy and really homey. And I love sitting on the floors. It's a great space to like sit on the floor and roll around and hang out and drink wine. Chris and I love to pour drinks and just I sit on the floor, he sits on the couch, and we drink wine and watch movies. And so now the next project is the basement. So I'm starting on the basement now, and hopefully that'll be done hopefully by the summer.
Yeah, I just love it, because on the show, I love that you loved hard, you fought hard, but it all makes sense. Like, it's not, you need that. Like, if I didn't see that on the show, I would have been like, what? They're too perfect. Something's not right.
Right. Yeah.
Like, when it's perfect, you know something's not right.
Yeah,
like,
something is amiss. Yep.
Yeah.
No, but we fight. Okay.
Yeah, but it balances out. You need, if every marriage was perfect, what fun would it would be a boring marriage. Like,
you don't really know how great you are with your spouse until you've gone through challenges. That's when you discover how resilient your marriage, your relationship, your partnership is.
Definitely.
When you go through challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I know too you have coming up next week with my girl Leah Henry.
Yeah.
The podcast coming back. I love y'all together. Like,
thank you.
Leah's super dope. I love Leah.
Leah's amazing. She's
yes.
Crazy. She's a lunatic. I love
her. How exciting has it been though? Like, because the pandemic, it was kind of necessary for podcasts and just getting out there, speaking and talking to people. How fun has it been just having like a sidekick with you to, do the podcast together?
It's been so much fun. So Leah and I have like weirdly amazing chemistry. Like sometimes we get together to shoot and I'm like, it just like it just comes on. I can't explain it. Like we just click. And it might be there's a Sagittarius bond there. But like it just makes it not feel like work. We literally get together and we talk about what we're going to talk about, but then we typically, like, if you look at what the run of show is versus what actually makes it air, it's like where were bullet points 2, 3, and 4? Because we just go.
You just skip them. You just skip them all and went.
Like, and both of us are that way. Like, where we'll start off on one topic and we're both off on a tangent, talking about long balls and flaccid whatever, like nasty roommates, whatever. Like it could be anything. It just goes left in the most hilarious way. So you have that to look forward to for season 2 of So That's What We're Doing podcast, because we've already shot just about half. And it's a lot of lunatic craziness, laughing, finishing sentences, singing, because it would be a Candiace production if there wasn't some singing in there. Just craziness and fun. You're going to be laughing for sure all season.
I love it. No, I was so happy when I seen you both getting together I was like, I love Leah and I know Candiace is super dope. Like, you just mesh good. Like, you are a good pair. Like, you could have literally your own talk show. I feel way better than
thank you
half of the people on national television. I'm not going to say any names.
To God's ears.
Yeah, exactly, because there's way better people, and I think you should both be on a national television show for that, because you are killing it. But a couple more questions. I don't want to take all your time because I know you've had a long day, and I know but right now with the Housewives, who are you coolest with just on a normal basis? Like, who do you call? Because I know a lot of it is you have no choice in the film with them, and ones you really have your friends.
Yeah. At this moment, I don't have issues from my perspective with anyone, from my perspective. But who I speak to on a semi-regular basis, I love Escala. I talk to her often. I talk to Wendy all the time. I check in with Robin. Robin checks in with me. And those are like the girls that I know. Like, if I need to talk or I need some advice or if I need to go out and have a drink, I can call one of them and they're going to be real and honest and good friends who care in real life about
care about you.
I care about them. Yeah. It's a reciprocal thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's super dope to know. That's awesome, because you never know, because I have friends that are on Housewives and they're like, I don't talk to anyone. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well now
it happens.
That is a thing. And it really sucks, because after a while, it can get to a place where you don't trust anyone and you feel like, are these girls my friends? That's something that can happen easily. I feel like you have to make a concerted effort to not let it go there.
Yeah.
Because there are forces all around that want there to be drama and beef at every turn.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, it makes sense. But closing up, I want to ask you, if it happens, do you want to be on the show? Are you? I'm not. I don't know what's happening, but I love you on the show. I hope you're on the show because I think they would be doing something bad if you weren't on the show. I just feel like you were made for the like. Not saying made only for that because you do a lot of other amazing things,
Yeah.
but you bring good energy. Like I said, you love hard, you fight hard on it. It's good. It's good television, and you're genuine. I don't know. I always see because like a lot. I feel like you put up a good fight, but you're still like emotional. Like I was like, oh, I feel I'm like Candiace, like don't cry, don't do that, don't show,
cry. We'll give you a good cry. Yes. Yeah.
But how do you feel about the whole just if you are going back to it, how do you feel?
I'm excited about what season 7 would look like for me.
Okay.
I have no idea if we're getting a season 7, if I will be asked to come back for a season 7.
Andy, you better. Andy, I swear to God.
Okay, Andy.
Yeah.
It's not something that we are privy to until it's time. There are lots of rumors. There are lots of people who think they know.
And don't know you at all.
Yes. But until the fat lady sings, there is nothing to talk about. Everyone has to be extended a contract. And until that time, we don't know what's happening. Bravo is very busy. There are a lot of amazing shows on the horizon for you guys. Karen has a spinoff coming soon. Candy has a spinoff that's coming soon. Atlanta is finally coming back. I'm really excited about them.
Yeah.
And a lot of these shows are, all of those shows that I just named are under my production company. My production company is the best in the business, if you ask me. And so they are busy. So, I don't know when we will know something. But if there is a season 7, I have a lot of amazing stuff to talk about, to share with you guys. Things that you would expect and things that you would never expect. There's never a shortage of content.
Okay.
For me and my team and my people. As for me and my house, we serve the Lord and give you good content.
Yes.
So yeah, I hope that I'm able to share it with you because my shout out to my management and my PR and my husbander and my mama and
happy birthday.
Happy
birthday to your mom.
Yes, everyone tell my mom happy birthday. Yeah, her birthday's today. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff coming, and it would be a shame to not share it with you guys.
It definitely would be. I would be very upset. Like I'm usually not upset about many things with certain people leaving or going, but I need you on that show. You, like I said, from season 3, I was like, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And just personally and your professional goals with music, schooling, what do you have planned for the future, especially with the music? Because
yes, there's such exciting stuff happening with music. I can't make any announcements yet, but stay tuned for some really awesome, exciting stuff coming. With music, with touring, with
come to Chicago.
music.
Come to Chicago, please.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, I would love to come to Chicago. Yes. New music. I have dates on the calendar now to record new music.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to. I'll make it a surprise as to what's happening with the new music. But new music is coming. There are other opportunities with potential scripted television. That could be on the horizon, could be. So just like a lot of stuff. Good family planning stuff is happening. Yeah. So
Okay. I could see you on that you would be, I feel so good at Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother.
why does everyone say this? Like,
You have it.
you
Like,
know what is so funny? When right before the Celebrity Big Brother house was announced, one of our executives, who is one of my favorite people in the world, called me and was like, I heard that you were going to be on Big Brother and you didn't tell us, because there are rules and protocols you have to follow to do,
mm-hmm.
you know, anything outside of the Bravo network. And CBS is a competing network, so you have to get things like that approved. And I was like, I've never even seen an episode of Big Brother, and I don't know if I should be ashamed to say that because it's been like 25 seasons. I've never seen like
I've only watched Celebrity, to be honest. I never watched the regular. I only watched the celebrity ones, and you would be.
I don't even know how it works. Like, they just like walk around and eat and like talk.
Yeah, it's kind of like normal life, but you have challenges and basically like you have to build alliances so you're not voted off. And it's your personality. You would just be good. Like Tamar won it not too long ago, and she was amazing on it. Like it was just, she made the perfect moves. Like it's not like you're the bad guy. It's not like you're the good guy. You just kind of make your way through. Exactly, like a snake. You got to kind of make your way through and hope you get to the end. But yes, you need to make it on there. I think,
and then you're like, you're away from your family for like 2 months or something crazy.
Yeah, it's filmed 24 hours. Like they have like after show tapings where people can watch you online, and it's crazy.
Read about that. Yeah, I don't like being away from my husband for like 12 hours. I would do 2 months away from him.
But yeah, I could see like down the pipeline, I could definitely see you doing that because you would be amazing.
Anything is possible. You never know.
Yes. But Candiace, I want to thank you so much for taking out the time. Hope to meet you in the future. Hope you stay connected.
Yes.
And good luck on everything from school to the music to, like you said, acting, reality television, anything down the pipeline. The opportunities are endless.
Yes, they are.
Yes. But I want to thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You are so sweet. I really enjoy talking to you. So I'd love to keep chatting. So yes, but thank you for having me. Thank you guys for commenting and engaging. And I see all your hearts in the corner. I love you guys.
Yes, I thank you so much. And good luck. Have a great week.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, we're almost at summer, so I'm excited. Chicago's pretty cold.
Get the spring, get out of the snow, because in Chicago, I know you have snow in Chicago.
We're about to have a snowstorm.
Oh my God! God bless you. Yeah. I just want to have my ankles out. Not even just my ankles. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So it should be fun. But I'll definitely talk soon. Stay safe and have a great week. I appreciate you.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Buddy.